Hi again, I'm Carson from Guys with Games, and today I want to share a new game that I've kind of adapted from an article that I read last week, which was all about party games and how to use those in your ESL or EFL classroom. The article was written by a fellow ELT professional and a longtime friend of our channel. We've worked with him in the past. His name is Hall Houston, and Hall also wrote a book, I think it's called 101 Activities that you can use in an ESL or an EFL environment. And that book is available for purchase on Amazon. I'll leave the link in the description. But it's quite an amazing list of activities that are not only fun, they're really based on, educational output. So do check that out. For today though, I'll show you how I have adapted one of his games into a game of information collecting and then later reporting that I call Who Am I? First, you're going to need some paper for every student, and I like to give each student 2 pieces of paper. I have a bunch of this leftover origami paper that I never used, and so it's perfect for how I play this game. The way that you play this game will also depend on how many students you have and what level those students are. So I'll lead you through the very basic way that you could play with beginner learners, but keep in mind that you would be able to adapt this game in ways that would be more suitable for a more experienced English language learner as we go. So as I said, I give everybody 2 pieces of paper. I'm going to have them fold one in half like a book and then open it back up again, so they'll have this kind of 2-sided piece of paper. And then I will instruct them to write their name at the bottom. So let me do that real quick, Carson. And then write the numbers 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in descending order on the left side of your paper. And then draw a line for you to write some information about each level. And hang on to this for later. This will be what we use to play the game. Here we're going to collect some information from every student. So my job as the teacher is to think of 5 different categories of information that I'm going to ask these students to individually fill out. They're going to copy this down and then take out their pencil. And let's give them a category for level 5. Maybe we choose something like subjects in school. On the left side of the paper, I want you to write something that you like. What subject in school do you like? And then this one will be dislikes. So which one you don't like. So they might write something like PE and I don't like math. Okay, but each one will be doing this individually. Now it's important that you tell your students, this is important, you need to do this secretly. So if you don't know how to spell something, please try your best. Don't ask the teacher, in this game, how do you spell science? Because then everyone will know science is somewhere on your paper. So try your best. I've been teaching a long time. Some kids will misspell things, and it's my job to know that this is science. This means science. So try your best to spell it, and then change to a new topic. Maybe something you like to eat and something you don't like to eat. If you don't know how to spell it, try your best. If you don't know the English for that thing, you can use the English words that you do know to describe that. It's a purple vegetable. I don't know how to say that in English. Okay, it's my job again to know, oh, they mean eggplant. After you have come up with 5 different categories, what else could we use? So, like, what do you like to drink? What color do you like? What do you like to do? What toys do you like to play with? And you don't like what toy? I don't know. But you give them 5 different things. Then once they're done finishing, this should only take about a minute or 2. I'm going to collect everybody's piece of paper, this one, and then I'll say take out your other piece of paper. And we're going to do the same thing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But this one, you're going to write across the top A, B, C, and D. Now, if you have a large class, you can divide your class into 2 teams, and this will take twice as long. But have them make a grid like I'm doing on the board now. And what I would do is I would choose one of these pieces of paper. Maybe we'll start with this team. So I'll take one of their pieces of paper and I'll say, okay, this person, I am going to pretend I am this person. And it's someone on this team. So these guys, put your pencil down and be quiet. We will play one time with team B here. And I'll read their information in the form of a sentence. So, I like PE, but I don't like math. Now wait a minute. If on this team you think you know who it is, someone on that team, you can write that person's name here at level 5. If you think it's Sam, you can write Sam. But if you're not sure, I suggest that you don't write anything. You can draw an X. So I didn't guess yet. Because later, you can only write one name. And later, we're going to find out, is that really Sam? If it is Sam, and you guessed Sam by only hearing the first set of information, that would be great. You would get 5 points. But if it's not Sam, if it's anybody but Sam, you get 0. So maybe you want to wait until you find out more things about who I am. Your job is to guess, who am I? I'll read the second thing. Whoever that is, I like to eat cake, but I don't like to eat beef. Oh, no, it's not Sam. I know who it is now. Well, I'm sorry, it's too late. You've already guessed Sam. If you didn't guess, you could write who it is, now that you know a little bit more information, and you would get 4 points. And then you play until you've read through all 5. Then we check. How many points do you have? So again, for each person, we're going to play 4 times, A, B, C, and D. Person A, they have only 1 chance to guess who that is. And if they're right, they get that many points. So in this case, they would get 5 points. If they're wrong, though, they get 0. Then we switch. I'll take one from this team. Ooh, I'm a person. I like English, but I don't like science. And do you want to guess? So same thing. And then you just play through the 4 times, and you see which team or which person, which individual person has the most points. And that person or the team is the winner. Now, if you're playing with older students, maybe junior high school or above, I might change the dynamic of this. I'm not saying something that I like or don't like. I'll just tell them, write down 5 sentences, 5 true sentences about yourself. I suggest you write something that is a little bit vague. Not everybody knows that. Or it could apply to anybody on your team. Anyway, this is a fun collection game. What I like to do is once the students are familiar with this, I'll get someone from the team to be the person to report it. So again, I need to model this for them first. I'll show them the sentence structure of the way that I want them to report. I am a student on this team. I like PE, but I don't like math. Good. Then I've done it one time. I might get students to come up and they read potentially their own answers, but at least someone on their own team. I am someone on that team, and I like art, but I don't like history. And so, again, you would need to guess who that is and at which level. And this is just a basic scoring system. It's worth more at the beginning because you have limited information. And as you gain more and more information, it's worth fewer and fewer points. But that's how you play Who Am I? And it's an excellent way to get kids up here in front reporting information to each other. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again next week. Have a nice day.